As I have said before, and I will say it again, the woke policy positions always begin with a false premise. In this case, banned books. Kids are using this term because our public schools have failed to teach them actual history. Radicals using this term want to invoke an image of government bannings and book burnings, where if you are found with a copy of said book, you go to jail. Or the government comes to your house, goes through your bookshelves, and removes books they don't want you to have and burns them in the street, usually followed by beating and or killing you and your family. Is that what's happening here? Is it? Now that we all agree that is utterly ridiculous, let's begin a rational conversation, shall we? The conversation here is really about what is appropriate for children to be assigned in public school. When I was in college, our anthropology department head once told our class, if you want to call yourself an educated person, there are 3 books you better have read: the Bible, the Quran, and The Origin of the Species. His reasoning was there are no other 3 books in the history of humankind that have had equal impact or equal distribution throughout the world. How would all of you here today, railing and gnashing your teeth, feel if the New Testament was assigned reading in public school? As history has shown us, you would lose your minds at a level that exceeds even today. That's interesting, isn't it? The Bible, one of the top 3 most read books of all time, cannot be taught in public school, but you feel the righteous responsibility to defend violent incest rape content as appropriate for public school children. This movement is a cult. Ideology from a cult is not appropriate reading for public school. I keep hearing people comparing pornography, incest, rape, and sexual fetish books with classic literature. What's wrong with you? Seriously. I hear people saying this specific rape book is so important because it teaches your child about life and reality, and you argue that it's culturally important and relevant. Teaching your child about the nastiest, most shameful, and violent part of human nature is not culture. It is a vile reality we all must face at some point. However, over 18 in college, not in public high school, is that point, as our criminal laws have well established. I thank both the district and the board for abiding by our laws. As a cultural anthropologist and literature college graduate, I can assure you there are thousands of titles out there that can give your child the experience that you claim to be supporting without the rape and incest. You don't want the Bible taught, I don't want your cult fetishes taught. Since we are talking about public school, don't you agree it would be sound policy to find one of the thousands of books that we can both agree on to be the assigned reading? I think we can.